In this video, we will discuss remote monitoring in pharmaceutical industry. We will also discuss its importance and how it is implemented in the pharmaceutical industry. So let's start. Hi guys, welcome to my channel with another video. Remote monitoring in pharmaceutical industry. Introduction. Remote monitoring in pharmaceutical industry is the byproduct of new technology and innovation in communication, which is rapidly finding its way and shaping the pharmaceutical landscape. It enables the pharma industry to monitor a system or process without being physically present at the target location and to collect relevant data. This feature brings a bunch of advantages that traditional monitoring systems can't. It is used to optimize the production process by utilizing the collected data for various improvement techniques, such as maintenance and production planning. What is remote monitoring? Remote monitoring is a system through which any process, equipment area, instrument, or entity that has any relationship with pharma process can be monitored with the help of electronic components and communication system. The remote monitoring system collects raw data and send it to the central controller, server, or computer for processing to extract useful information. The server controller or computer comprises a software system that applies various algorithms to make the information presentable for human analysis and decision making. The remote monitoring system is automated, that is, there is no human involvement in data collection, type, collection frequency, and record format. Components of remote monitoring. Let's discuss the components of remote monitoring that enables an effective remote monitoring. Typically, remote monitoring is executed using multiple components that can vary depending upon the monitoring system and area of application. However, it can be divided into sensors, controllers, software, and communication system. Sensor or instrument. It collects relevant data such as the target area's temperature or humidity. Since these must be able to communicate via the latest communication protocol, sensors used in modern day remote monitoring are called smart sensors. The controller is the heart of a remote monitoring system and processes the data collected through sensors to extract useful information. It contains various algorithms to be applied to the information and make decisions such as either the process has pass, fail, or there is any error in it. Communication system. The internet is used as a communication system that requires a dedicated communication protocol. It provides communication between the field device and the central computer or server. It enables transferring data from source to destination without losing any data in it. The main driver of today's remote monitoring system is IoT, which facilitates the transfer of information over the internet through appropriate communication networks such as Ethernet or cellular. It can be visualized through the internet and does not require any dedicated hardware or software. Instead, any computer or mobile device connected to the internet can see it with proper authorization and security credentials. Importance of remote monitoring. Let's discuss the importance of remote monitoring and see why it is getting traction in pharma industry. The first and foremost advantage is that it eliminates manual data collection from the instruments and sensors and provides a system that can be genuinely regarded as an automated system. The data is automatically collected, transferred, and stored in a relevant computerized format. In traditional methods, the physical variable is monitored and measured by an instrument or sensor in a non automated manner. For manual systems, still humans collect the data from these sensors and reproduce it manually, generally on paper. Preventive and predictive maintenance. Remote data collection can enhance the maintenance of equipment installed in the facility through preventive and predictive maintenance. For preventive maintenance, it aids in executing preventive maintenance by providing information about the running hours of a machine. This information can be utilized to enhance the efficiency of preventive maintenance by modifying the maintenance frequency. It also enables the implementation or changing of the checklist for maintenance. For predictive maintenance, the data collected by remote monitoring can be used to implement predictive maintenance and taking the instrument or machine that is on the brink of failure rather than doing routine inspections. Remote monitoring provides accurate data about the machine's performance that can be used to make efficient decisions regarding market forecast, production planning, and supply chain management. Remote monitoring allows the implementation of remote maintenance and troubleshooting for a machine. For this application, the maintenance team remotely accesses the machine and troubleshoots without physical presence. It analyzes the data collected and can provide solution to the maintenance team without going physically at the machine's location. Remote monitoring is beneficial for cases where the equipment manufacturer is far from the manufacturer's location. Remote maintenance can save time and reduce the cost associated with travel. Implementation of remote monitoring. In the pharma industry, remote monitoring is employed at various levels, which can be commonly divided into process based, equipment based, or facility based. Let's briefly discuss each of these. Process based. Process based monitoring means monitoring a process that directly impacts the product or a manufacturing. Example include packaging operation or washing containers. In this application, all critical values are measured and set to a remote controller to monitor and detect errors or faults. For process-based monitoring, sensors are installed across all the critical steps of the process and records all vital variables. These values are then sent to the central controller for analysis and monitoring. An example of process-based monitoring includes the filling process, which is monitored for variables such as fill volume, pressure, and sealing. Equipment-based. Equipment-based remote monitoring means collecting machine-related data and sending it to a remote computer or server to monitor its performance. The equipment-specific variables include speed, temperature, pressure, and product level. The purpose of equipment based remote monitoring is to monitor machine performance through various models. Equipment monitors Equipment monitoring allows in-depth analysis of the machine's performance, working, current status, and production records. An example is predictive maintenance, which continuously monitors the of different components of machine and their variables such as motors, oil, gearboxes, and different mechanical structures. The software constantly monitors these variables to predict breakdown by the built-in algorithm. Other parameters specific to equipment include breakdown and faults and alarms. Facility based. In facility based remote monitoring, all area or facility dependent variables are monitored, usually environmental and safety related. An example is the area temperature and humidity critical to product. These parameters are remotely monitored and sent to the central controller for analysis by the software. It alerts and raises the alarm if these variables deviate from their acceptable limits. Thank you for watching. I hope you really enjoyed this video. Please subscribe the channel and hit the bell icon so that you immediately know whenever there is a new video. You can also read this article on Pharmaceutical's website. Link of the article is also mentioned in the description.